I'm Domo Wilson, and this is the most requested video I've gotten. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you guys. This is just my come out story and how I knew I was gay. When I was like 5 or 6. I knew I like girls, and I was scared. I was like, oh my god, this is not normal. Like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I just never told anybody because I would have sexual fantasies. Who would have sexual fantasies at 5 or 6? And I would just have fantasies about Britney Spears and Halle Berry. It was just crazy. And I remember when I was in 7th grade, I was so in love with this girl, and she still don't know to this day. I was so in love with her. Not literally, like, I thought at the time I was in love. Like, oh my god, I want to marry you. She didn't even know I was gay. But that was my first gay experience. Not even gonna lie, 7th grade. If you're watching this, I'm not gonna put your name out there. I'm sorry. This is the first time I'm talking about this story. When I was in 7th grade, I went to a military school, and we had dorms or whatever, and me and my best friend at the time, I had the biggest crush on her. I loved her so much. And we dry humped. Some kind of way I got off. And I was like, oh my god. That was the first time I ever did anything sexual. So I was like, oh my god. I thought about that literally for like 2 years straight, every day. And we never did that again. We only did it once, and we never ever even talked about it. So that was scary for me. I was like, oh my gosh. I was in love with my best friend. Yeah. But when I really came out to the public, I was 14 years old. I was a freshman, and my school had opposite day, and I dressed like a stud that day. I didn't really know what a stud was until I dressed like a stud. Like a dude. And all the girls was going crazy, and it made me feel good. I was like, oh, you guys like this? And you like it? So I just kept doing it. I was comfortable in it. I was confident, you know. Why not? So yeah, that's what influenced it. I came out as bisexual at first when I was 14. Cause I'm not even gonna lie, I was confused. I was like, I don't know. Like, no, I don't know. So when I was 15, that's when I came out as a lesbian. I was a sophomore, and I went to a whole nother high school. And I was like, you know what? I love the female touch. I'm in love with girls, you know. I can never be with the dude like that. Like, nothing against the dudes, you know what I'm saying? We can be friends. I just love females, and there's nothing like a woman touched. Yes, I've had sex with a dude. Yes, I've kissed dudes. It's just not, it doesn't get that spark for me, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was straight, it never had that spark for me, like, ever, like I have with a female. Like, it's only gay people will really understand what I'm trying to say. But I came out to my mom when I was wait. Yeah, I came out to my mom October 12th, 2010. I was 16 years old. I was in high school. That was the most scariest thing I've ever had to do. I wrote her a letter, and I went to school. Now, mind you, she texted me. She was like, when I was at school, she was like, we gotta talk when you get home. I'm thinking, oh, hell no, I'm not finna come home. You're not finna beat my ass because I'm gay. So I never went home that day. And she kept calling and blowing on my phone. I was like, oh, hell no. I didn't even answer the phone. I answered one time, and then that one time she was yelling at me. I was like, what you mad for, ma? So I never went home. And long story short, I was with my 2 best friends the whole day. And we went to my best friend's house, and I guess they stuck me there, and it was about 9 or 10 o'clock, and I finally picked up the phone for my mom. I was so scared. I was like scared. I was like, Mom, could you meet me at the church? I was crying. I told her to meet me at the church because, you know, Jesus gonna save me if anything happened. That's how I thought. So I went to the church. It was right around the corner from my friend's house or whatever. And my mom started crying. She was like, I love you no matter what. And I was crying. I was like, but the confusing thing was, the next day, she didn't make me go to school for like 2 days because I was just stressed. I was depressed because it's a long story. Yeah, the next day, we were sitting in the car at the post office. And she was telling me how gay people go to hell and all this stuff. I'm like, but Mom, you just said you accepted me. And then it was bad. And I just started crying. I got super depressed. Like, Sophomore year was the worst year of my life. Sophomore and junior year, the worst years I've ever had in my life. But other than that, after that, my mom sort of got used to it. You know, I would bring my girlfriend over at the time, and we chill at my house, you know, watch movies. My mom would let her come in my room. It was cool. I was like, hey, Ma, hey, you getting down with the gay community. I was just so happy that my mom accepted it. Like, she didn't judge me from then on. So my mom accepts it now. Like, it's cool. I love it. My grandma, that's who I live with right now. She's a pastor. Now, you tell me how you think that goes. But good thing is, we don't talk about it at all. And she doesn't make me go to church against my will, because she's a pastor and she has her own church. She never makes me go to church. I have a choice, which I think is great, because most Christian people, I'm not even gonna lie, they be the most judgmental people ever. Yes, my grandma has her opinion about gay people, but she doesn't throw it in my face. She doesn't, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I love being gay. I don't care if people judge me. You can call me a dyke. You can call me a faggot. You can call me whatever you want to call me, and I'm going to still have a smile on my face because I love who I am. And I think everybody should. So yeah, that's my come out story. It's not as interesting as most, but that's how I figured to be Domo Wilson, the lesbian.